Body bags where horror lies.
Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to week 134 here on Body Bags. I am your host Moodz616, and thank you once again for stopping in, guys. Yeah, week 134 is here, and I've got one here from Full Moon. Now, I haven't reviewed a Full Moon feature in a long time. Yeah, it's been forever since I've done one of these. Oddly enough, this one is from 2002. This was not planned. This is totally by accident. I didn't even know this movie came out in 2002. I recently just picked it up, and I've had it on a wish list to get forever. Fortunately, I've actually found this one out in the wild. It's been long out of print, so kind of cool find. Anyways, this one right here, of course, from Full Moon, is called Jigsaw. Yeah, so of course you can probably tell that it is a slasher film produced by Chars band, so you know it's going to be pretty low budget and short. So, but getting into the plot of this one, or the synopsis, basically it is about a group of college art students, and their teacher has given them a project to do as a group. Now, basically what it is they each get a piece of a mannequin, and they have to take that piece that they were specifically given, and they're supposed to decorate it, and, you know, in a personal way, you know, just whatever comes to your mind, and it just has to be a personal decoration. So then ultimately what they do is they show up at a bar, and they're gonna piece this mannequin together, and then what you have to do is you have to explain to the teacher why you dressed up your piece of the mannequin the way you did, and while they take drinks and stuff like that. And once the mannequin is assembled, due to college tradition, they hold like this weird kind of seance, and then they burn it. But unfortunately for this group of students, after they burn the mannequin, which they call Jigsaw because it's like a puzzle, he comes back to life for no apparent reason at all, and he starts picking the students off one by one, and of course he is taking a piece of them, like a body part, and he starts to assemble his own jigsaw puzzle. And that's now the synopsis of the film. Now, my thoughts on this one, it's actually not overly that bad of a film. I thought the direction was decent. There's a lot of character build up in this one. Like I said off the top of the review, this is a short film. It only runs about 80 minutes. It actually doesn't, though. It only runs about like 72 minutes or something like that with the credits. The credits are super long. But oddly enough, this one right here has a lot of character development. It takes about 50 minutes until you actually see Jigsaw and get your first kill. So basically there's only about just over 20 minutes of actual kills in this one and stuff. So it takes a long time to get going. I will say it's actually not that boring. You know, some of the dialogue and some of the things that are happening are kind of interesting. It's not overly interesting, but it's not that boring. A lot of it is in the bar, and they're taking shots and just doing weird things. There's this one really kind of awkward kind of dance sequence in this film where one of the students, you know, she has a past, and she just ultimately puts on this song and starts doing like kind of like the strip dance for this one customer. It's like really out of place. Kind of feels like it's just kind of filling up time in the film, but it was nice to watch. Unfortunately, this movie does not have any nudity, which is kind of a shame. But as for the characters themselves, you know, they are supposed to be like kind of troubled students and things like that. You know, they're somewhat likable, but they're not that likable that you really want to care what actually happens to them, unfortunately enough. But most of the characters are likable, with the exception of the teacher, who, in my opinion, I think kind of is the best actor in this film. But he is like a total slimeball. You know, he's always trying to hit on his students and all that type of shit. So kind of a slimeball character. But I don't know, man. When you have these type of low-budget slasher films, you really have to, you know, kind of rely on the kills being really good. The kills aren't really that great. You know, they don't really show a lot. It's not even that bloody. There's really no gore in it. The body count is semi-high. You know, I think there's 7-8 kills in it. But like I said, some of the kills are far away, or the cutaway. Not really that great. Not that exciting at all. Most of the kills are done with like a saw blade, because some of the people had assembled their mannequins with like guns and blades and just weird kind of shit like that. So that's why Jigsaw kind of looks all fucked up like that. But yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't mind the look of the actual killer. It was kind of unique because it was just all over the place. It was just like a total puzzle mess. But, you know, not really the greatest film in the world. Like I said, not really that boring. You know, the music in this film was actually not too bad. It has like kind of like this, like some of this oddball country music and some like older stuff, and like, I don't know, the soundtrack was kind of fitting for it. I really liked the bar setting. It was kind of like this cowboy setting, but it had like different types of music and things like that. I did kind of like that. It was enjoyable. You know, it was, you know, definitely not bad at all. But yeah, just the kills are lackluster in this. The lack of like nudity and stuff, which is just very strange for a film like this, in my opinion. But the overall storyline is kind of goofy, kind of silly, and I think the end of the movie is all right. You know, it's very kind of predictable, to be honest. I mean, even looking at the cover, I mean, you can probably tell exactly what the storyline is. You know, it's just kind of one of those things, pretty much almost very predictable. But I don't know. It wasn't that bad of a watch. I really wouldn't recommend this to a lot of people. So with my rating, I'm going to give this one about a 4 out of 10. Doesn't really have a lot to offer, but oddly enough, I wasn't bored. So not a great film though. That's going to be Jigsaw from 2002. So if you're interested, don't pay a lot of money for it. I know this one was actually on the Code Red website store just a little while ago and was selling for like 20 bucks or something. I got it for $2. That's about what it's worth, so don't be paying any more than that. But anyways, guys, that is Jigsaw from Full Moon. If you collect Full Moon, pick it up. That's going to do it for this week. I'll check you guys next week. Peace out, homies.